Hey everyone, Sebastian here. So today Elon Musk tweeted quite a nasty thing on Twitter about Bitcoin. So let's get into it. Right away, we'll cover the topic at first and then we'll look at the charts. So here's the charts. Here's what Elon Musk had to say. So Elon Musk says Tesla will stop accepting Bitcoin for car purchases, citing environmental concerns. What are those environmental concerns? Well, we'll find out here. Tesla CEO Elon Musk said on Wednesday on Twitter that Tesla has suspended vehicle purchases using Bitcoin out of concern over rapidly increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining. The price of Bitcoin dropped about 5% in the first 5 minutes after Musk's announcement. It wasn't only Bitcoin that dropped, it was everything else that dropped along with it. So here's Elon Musk's tweet. Bitcoin, we are concerned about rapidly increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining and transactions, especially coal, which has the worst emissions of any fuel. Cryptocurrency is a good idea on many levels, and we believe it has the promising future. But this cannot come at a great cost to the environment. Talk about his rockets. What are those doing in his environment? So he continued, Tesla will not be selling any Bitcoin, and we intend to use it for transactions as soon as mining transitions to more sustainable energy. We are also looking at other cryptocurrencies that use less than 1% of Bitcoin's energy per transaction. So basically, with that, he's stopping all purchases of Tesla vehicles with Bitcoin, but they're still holding Bitcoin. However, they are still using cash to transact on Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, but Tesla purchases. So I'm not quite with him on this 100%. I think he has some bad information about how Bitcoins are mined, where they're mined from, and so on. But Musk has been very public fan of Bitcoin and Dogecoin, tweeting and joking about these with his millions of Twitter followers over the past year, which is true. I think we have him to thank for Doge going way up. Mark Cuban replied, we at Mavs.com will continue to accept BTC, ETH, and Doge because we know that replacing gold as a store of value will help the environment. Citing New York Times article and Money Week article as well, shrinking big bank and coin usage will benefit society and environment. We also have a tweet here from Michael Saylor and Anthony Pompliano. So let's take a look at that. So Michael Saylor wrote, ironic because no incremental energy is used in a Bitcoin transaction. The energy is used to secure the crypto asset network, and that the net impact on fossil fuel consumption over time will be negative, all things considered. Pomp also replied saying, Elon, you realize that 75% of miners use renewable energy, right? This energy story has been debunked over and over again. So it's kind of like, why is Elon even talking about this? Why is he having an issue with it if it's debunked if 75% of the miners use renewable energy? It could be a number of things, bad information. He could be trying to manipulate the market. We just don't know. To buy in at a better price before we get the next leg up in the in price in Bitcoin. So who really knows? But here's what I found out while doing a little research on the topic. But first, let's take a look at the charts here. So if we look at Bitcoin chart, right after Elon Musk tweeted, everything dumped. Bitcoin went down to a low of 46,000. Since then, it has bounced back up, and it's at 50,900. If we look at Ethereum, same thing. After Musk's tweet, things dumped, things went back up. Litecoin, same story. Dogecoin, same thing. So that's to be expected. Any little thing can spook the market and make things go down. But the one interesting thing I found that I was hoping would happen, not because of Elon Musk's tweet or anything like that, but naturally, was for Bitcoin to touch the 21-week moving average. So if we look at it here, we can see that it touched the 21 moving average, got a little bit below it, and then bounced. So I'm hoping that it continues to bounce from here on out. I think we may test it one more time, may even dip below it, but I think eventually we'll go up. I don't think we're done with this bull market yet. So if we look at some of the articles that I found two articles on companies using, excuse me, let's go here instead. So Wyoming oil and gas producer mitigates gas flaring with crypto mining technology. So gas flaring, if you're not familiar with it, what it is, it's basically anytime oil companies use to extract oil from the ground. Sometimes they have, during the fracking process or something else, they will have gas that has to be released. And when it's being released, they just don't want to put it in the environment, so they actually burn it. So they're actually wasting that possible energy there. So if we read this article here, it's pretty interesting. So Casper, Wyoming, via PR Newswire regulations. Let me zoom this in a little bit so I can read it better. So regulation steps on the foot of the producers. Gas flaring exemptions permits are harder to get. The whole O&G industry has been, excuse me, I gotta take a sip. Sorry about that. The whole O&G industry has been waiting for a solution to the practice of flaring for years. And while some solutions have been introduced, none are widely adopted. Wesco Operating Inc.'s oil field is located in Utah and has been no stranger to gas flaring. Finally, Wesco saw the opportunity for their organization in the new smart grid flaring mitigation system by EZ blockchain. This system converts natural gas into electricity, which is used to power the crypto mining operations. The solutions delivered expected results to the company, and Wesco recognized the long-term sustainability and the two-way benefits in the new EZ blockchain model to monetize natural gas while reducing gas flaring. So if we look at the picture here, you have, I'm going to draw on this again, you have the blockchain here. This is the cube container, which stores all the Bitcoin miners in it. And then you have here the actual generator that converts the natural gas into electricity, which then powers the miners. So it's a mutual benefiting agreement between the two companies. So Wesco learned about the EZ blockchain smart box technology earlier in 2020 and saw a new outcome for flaring where everyone could win. Excuse me. At the time, Wesco contacted EZ Blockchain. They were producing around 240,000 SCF of natural gas a day that was flared and wasted. First EZ Smart Grid flaring mitigation system included a 30-foot mobile data center smart box and generator. It was rapidly deployed in October 2020 over a 2-day span. Early results were so promising that right after the first container's deployment, Wesco increased the scale of the project by 200% to a total power capacity of 1 megawatt with the purchase of another 20-foot EZ smart tank container equipped with efficient crypto mining equipment. In February 2021, a fully operational crypto mining system reduced gas flaring to 0 MCF a day. And then here's the thing about flaring. When drilling for oil, natural gas is released as a byproduct without the necessary infrastructure to transport that gas to a processing plant and eventually to the market. Oil companies like Wesco have to flare or burn the stranded gases, which is an economical loss to oil producers. So by being able to utilize those cube containers full of Bitcoin miners, they can actually, reuse that use that wasted energy in other ways that, in some ways, benefit society in a whole, instead of just burning it. Next article is here. Why is it not popping up? No. Done. Okay, here's the big art. Here's the next article. So hydro is another way that Bitcoin miners are utilizing low-cost energy, and that's environmentally friendly. So we are often told that the verification of Bitcoin transactions eats lots of energy. The largely inaccurate comparison to a small country the size of Ireland or Denmark is evoked thanks to numerous clickbait headlines. What mainstream media fails to explain, however, is that Bitcoin mining is actually helping electricity producers prevent energy waste. Hydropower plants, for example, can generate and sell much more electricity during rainy seasons in some regions or when snow melts in others. Wastage can be mitigated through a symbiosis with Bitcoin farms at no additional cost to the environment. So when obviously you have a lot of rain, the water rises up, and then you can produce obviously more electricity, and the electricity just gets wasted because it's not all used up. So they can actually benefit both ways on this, and let me see, there's another part that I highlighted. There it is. So using hydropower for coin minting when the water levels are at their highest is a win-win situation for both crypto miners and electricity producers. The cooperation can be highly profitable, not only for the Bitcoin mining facilities, but also for energy companies as well, as it allows them to raise the efficiency of their power generating capacities and ultimately increase their revenue. So, like I said before, it's just a win-win for both parties. You're not wasting the energy that you're producing. You're able to sell. You're able to make money. You can expand the infrastructure. You can make improvements to it. You can make it better for everybody in the long run. So I think this is a wonderful thing. I don't think anybody should shun this or look down upon it. I think Elon, what he's talking about is, as Bitcoin has grown in price, I think it has become more attractive for people to utilize possibly coal power like he's talking about here, but I think it's a very, very small percentage of what is actually being used out there. I think, like Pomp said, the majority of the crypto miners are using renewable energy because it is sustainable, it's low cost, and like in Canada and Sweden and other places, it's a colder climate, so you're able to cool the machines relatively easier that way. So we'll have to see what happens from here. This is all I want to really talk to you guys about. There's nothing else going on at the moment. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I post a new video Monday through Friday and sometimes on the weekends. So if you find these videos useful, please smash the like button and please consider subscribing to my channel. It helps me out tremendously. You can also support me on Patreon. All the links are in the description, including news sources. Have a wonderful day, and until next time,